So this was a question asked by the homie Big Dividends. He asked me my opinion on Battlefield 2042 and the potential that it could dethrone COD. Let me see if I could actually find the okay, there we go. Yeah, he said Battlefield's potential takeover. All right, so Battlefield's potential takeover. So apparently Call of Duty decided to go back in time with their next iteration. They decided to go back to World War II. I guess that's the rumor. I don't know if it's fully confirmed, but that's kind of the circulation and whatnot. They didn't learn from Call of Duty World War II, I guess, and this is Sledgehammer's turn because Treyarch made what the last no yeah no oh yeah, it was Modern Warfare, that was Infinity Ward, and then Treyarch. So now Sledgehammer's supposed to make the new COD, and apparently they want to go back to World War II, and it's gonna be like Call of Duty Vanguard or something like that. Excuse me. And nobody wants to play that. We have yelled and screamed at EA like since Battlefield 1 and 5, stop going back in time. It was cool, it was a great concept, but all we get to fight was sticks, stones, and plumbing equipment. We don't want to do that no more. And even World War II, there's only so much you could do with those type of guns and whatnot. Just giving modern shooters or modern / partly futuristic games, because nobody wants to boost jump that much anymore. I personally like boost jumping in Black Ops 3 and Titanfall. I got good at it, leave me alone. But like we don't want that. We don't want to do that. We want a modern / partly futuristic shooter that is fun. But no, Call of Duty decided to go back in time and do World War II all over again, because you know they're hard-headed. So now Battlefield 2042 has released some gameplay. Now, not some actual, they released, you know, the set pieces and whatnot for like the gameplay and things of that sort. They didn't give us, you know, 15 or 16 minutes of uninterrupted Battlefield 2042 gameplay. They ain't give us that yet. We gonna get that in the future, but we ain't get that yet. And the game looks immaculate. Now, to Big Div's question, what do I think about Battlefield's potential takeover? If there's ever a time where Battlefield, I'm not gonna say completely dethrone, but get on that same type of playing field and that same type of look where it's like, you know, Battlefield is just better than COD this year, and I'm talking about for like this year, because COD still has that foothold in the FPS market because it's so easy to get in and out of a game. It's still like the most simplest couch shooter on the market as far as, you know, just squatting up and calling it a day, right? But since they kind of shot themselves in the foot and decided to go back in time, if you're wondering why I'm looking at the monitor so I could get some of this gameplay up. But if there's ever a time for them to actually, you know, make a move and actually kind of corner that market and be like, hey, Call of Duty done effed up, play our game, it'd be now. Because Battlefield is not as difficult as people like to make it to be. It's really not. It's simple. The only thing that's difficult about it, honestly, is the sniping. And why is that? Because you have to account for something that in Call of Duty you don't have to account for, and that's bullet drop. And that's actually in most weapons, for real. Like, you can shoot at somebody, but you'll notice your bullets start dropping a little bit. If you aim for that head, you gotta aim for that thing, and you gotta stay on target, which is good, because that's something that, you know, at least somebody like me, I like, because it adds a new challenge, and that way I know if I get smoked, then I just got smoked. I just gotta hold that one, you feel me? But they made it modern. They gave us what we wanted. They listened. They listened. Now I'm gonna play this gameplay in the background so y'all can watch this a little bit. But this is kind of what I mean by set pieces and whatnot. This is exactly what I mean. It's the little set pieces, things like that. Like when we talk about gameplay, like as a community or as content creators, yes, this is nice. This is kind of cool. This is what we could expect, you know, some of the like the graphics and whatnot, because graphically this game does look amazing. I'm playing this on PC, by the way, when it drops. But we want, you know, to see actual 15 minutes uninterrupted, no set pieces, you know, like no setups and whatnot. Like, because, you know, they be showing us stuff that is not really gonna happen, at least in the flow of the game, too often. It's gonna be far few and in between, but we want to see, you know, like Matimo, Level Cap, we want to see like their gameplay, like what they was doing. That's what we mean by gameplay. This type of stuff, it does look good, and I'm, like I said, it gives me mad Battlefield 4 vibes, because they said there's gonna be crazy destruction. I think one of the maps, like in one of the places in the maps, I think it's like in the village, something like that, it's gonna be 100% destructible, which again is something that we asked for. So Battlefield is doing and showing a lot of the stuff that we wanted in the previous games, but they made it modern, which is what we wanted, and they increased the player count, which is going to make it even more hectic. Because one thing that Battlefield has mastered is giving us a good, and I mean, look at this right here, is giving us giant maps, but with the player count that matches the maps. That way it doesn't feel like it's too open and not enough people. So that's fantastic. Call of Duty really effed themselves by them going back in time. Granted, are people gonna play? Are people gonna buy it? Yes, it's Call of Duty. That's some people's yearly title. I understand that. But as far as Battlefield is concerned, they can really come on top of this year and actually potentially outsell Call of Duty, because they did what Call of Duty didn't do, and that's become modern and actually change and adapt a little bit. Because what they're doing, as far as you've seen, like the dude who looked at his gun and was changing it on the fly, that's something from Crisis, and that would be a dope feature if for Call of Duty to have, considering how in-depth Call of Duty is as far as it is now, you know, with Cold War and Modern Warfare, with the gun customization. That's something that they should have, or should have had by now, like on the fly. You know, I look at my weapon, I want to change the suppressor, blah 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 blah. They haven't had that yet. You could do it in the menu, but not on the actual game itself. But yeah, personally, I like what I see from Battlefield, and I honestly think that they had the potential to actually dethrone Call of Duty. As far as will they, who knows? But I think that they can do it, because they've improved the graphics, they've improved the gameplay. By what we've seen, by a few of the set pieces, by what we've seen, they've improved the gameplay and made it a little bit more intuitive as far as customization on the fly goes, and you know, the level of destruction. So I think Battlefield can do it based off what they have shown us, and they've increased the player count and increased the map size to accommodate for the player count, which is something, again, Call of Duty has not done. They gave us big ass maps without increased player count. They've been slipping, and Battlefield is improving. So as long as the game works day one upon release, we don't have any crazy bugs and glitches, Battlefield could do the damn thing and really like have a solid foothold in like this FPS type thing, to as to like where they've lost, in my opinion, because Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 ain't do it. Everybody went back to Battlefield 4. So much so that because of the hype for Battlefield 2042, this new joint, that EA has actually, or like DICE or whatever, I think it had to be DICE because they're developers, but DICE actually increased like the server sizes to accommodate for the like the overwhelming player increase for Battlefield 4. Nuts, right? So I think Battlefield 2042 could actually, outsell COD this year, or whenever it drops. I honestly do think that it could outsell it. I really do. It has potential. It really does. Because I'm like pretty sure if COD continues on, like, with this whole World War II thing, if they just they don't have a chance. But I'm not gonna say they don't have a chance. It's Call of Duty, but I'm pretty sure people are gonna look at like, dog, we are sick of World War II, and that's gonna be like the overall consensus.